Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to another review, and this is the LG G4 review. This is one of the most talked about Android phones of the entire year, and we're here to find out today, is it one of the best or the best Android phone on the market? So, right away when we started off looking at this device, we wanted to see, first of all the hype around the camera, because that is one of the biggest hypes about it. You have an f1.8 lens for the rear camera, and also you have an 8 megapixel front camera. Those are pretty big guns to show off. And not to mention, when you do use the camera, you have the ability to use full manual controls, as you see right here, or you can use simple auto functions. Now, LG has made it a big deal about the manual functions, which are built into it. However, I feel that really less than 10% of customers will really use this. I feel auto is where they're going to find their home. Now, in terms of the modes they have decluttered a lot of it, being automatic, panoramic, and dual. That's it. Those are all the features you have. You do have auto HDR, which you want to make sure it is on auto and not on or off, just so it'll automatically adjust when needed. You have the voice command ability to be put on, and here is where you can change your resolution from full screen to Ultra HD to slow motion on your video, and of course you have the 16:9 for your camera taking there too. Now, what about the quality? Well, the quality overall was really good. In all of my automatic photos, they came out really nice and clean. The ones where you shot in RAW format, yes, it has more data, but I didn't really notice as much in terms of the manual controls. Now, the selfie taking experience was really good. It was, I felt it was zoomed in. It wasn't as wide of angle. This is definitely not an f1.8 on the front, so I just wish it was a wider angle on the front camera, or it had like a wide taking mode on the front camera. That would be better in my opinion. However, again, the automatic functions were really nice. Now, in terms of the AE lock, I don't recommend it because it doesn't do it that good of a job as it should. But all around, the photo qualities were always good when manually adjusting to them. So you can get a brighter shot, get more light in there, and a bit sharper overall. So that was really good. So the camera is a lot of what the hype says, and it does live up to it. So the camera is a really good quality and definitely recommend it. It was one of the best cameras out in the market. Now, in terms of battery life, we had a Wi-Fi version, which is hard to gauge battery. Overall though, it did a decent job in being a Wi-Fi. Now, I gauged this by turning off data on other phones and kind of seeing where it lived up to it, and it's about an average battery life. It's not the longest battery life, but it is definitely a good average. Now, to go along with that though, you do have a great battery saving feature, which can turn on at 15%, immediately at 5%, and restrict all apps in the background. So that's a really nice feature to have right away. I would say that LG does need to get rid of some of their built-in apps. To be honest, out of all of these built-in apps, I'm not really sure I would use anything but the quick remote. That seems the best to me. The LG Health just seems to only be a walking feature, which I think can be done better. I like to, manage my food intake, manage my water intake, coffee intake, things like that I think would help it greatly. But overall, the experience on this phone is a good one. It's really clean, it looks very nice. In terms of consistency, as many have said, it just looks like they are different at times, like you're going to an older and a newer looking OS on it, and I think it just needs a little bit more fine-tuning. Some features I really like are the fact that you can customize it with themes, of course, so you can add new themes to it and change things such as that, which I do find to be really nice. You do have still the ability to change a couple of things around besides just the theme itself if you have the LG Smart World in your country. The Wi-Fi version I had did not have US on there, so I'm not sure if it will come to the US market, but it was something that I really liked because it gave you the ability to even change the keyboard color, which I found very useful. So things like that are really nice in the G4 and are well thought out. Now, in terms of things like the split screen at the very bottom and the down toggle button, I love this customization on the bottom. It's really well off. So overall, what do I think is a G4 compared to other phones out there? Well, if you're coming from iOS, I think you will find it a very positive feature and a much better camera than the iPhone camera, easily. If you're coming from a G3, would I recommend this phone? Absolutely, just for the camera and the brightness in the screen alone. As we know, last year when I reviewed the G3, those were my two big cons of it. The camera wasn't right where I wanted it to be, and definitely the screen was nowhere near as bright as I needed it to be outside in LA weather. The G4 does correct these two features, so that's very good all around for the G4. Now, would I compare it to other Androids out there on the market? Well, that's still what we need to do. However, is the G4 one of the best Android phones out there on the market? Absolutely. It is one of the best Android phones out there on the market. Whether it's the best or not, well, you'll have to stay tuned to Ask the Android Guy to see just how it compares to everything else on the market. Hopefully you liked this video, guys, and please stay tuned for all your LG G4 coverage, including the soon-to-be 10 hidden features video. Thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.